broadcast or cable air specials during those times of years. You know, they just checking something. They air specials during those times of years. So for TNA, for him to move something to Pop, it's actually pretty good. Now, will Pop put it on demand? Who knows? Now, apparently, I think Pop is also high def. I'm not really sure. The Pop that we have through Comcast, I haven't seen no high definition version yet, so it's probably still standard. But lately, a lot of standard definition channels are going high def. You know, TBN, which my mom watches, not that long ago, was always 4:3. Now all of a sudden, in the past year or so, it's gone, you know, full screen, 16:9. Excuse me. So, and so that shouldn't be a bad thing for TNA, because apparently Pop does that too. But again, like I mentioned, like I kind of showcased right there a little bit ago, I know some of you still have your doubts. I know some of you are going to be like, oh, TNA, they're going to, you know, it's just a matter of time before Pop realizes what everybody else has, da 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 da. And I don't blame you guys for feeling that way, but it seems that Pop is willing to give TNA a chance. Again, I think someone at Pop saw the decline. I mean, why do you think they signed Paragon Pro Wrestling, even if it's Saturday mornings? Because they saw that there's an opening in wrestling right now to try to get eyes shifted over to a new product, in the business, in the industry. Basically, get eyes away from the WWE product over to a product that may be more to their liking. Now, I know some people might be questioning, well, won't Pop kind of hurt TNA a little bit because Paragon Pro Wrestling is a PG product? It is. It is PG, but that doesn't mean prime time. PG Saturday morning. Prime time, that could be TV PG, but it could also be TV 14. And I think Pop TV does have some TV 14 programming. So, you know, is this a good thing for TNA with a multi-year deal and them being paid for broadcasting, for having impact on Pop? On the outskirts of it, yeah, it looks good. But it's up to both sides. Impact, TNA, Impact Wrestling, and Pop to make sure they get noticed. And is the Tuesday night move good? Possibly, but there's a problem. There's a problem. The rumors going around that WWE is possibly going to be moving in SmackDown to Tuesday nights on USA. That's a problem. That's a problem. But we'll just have to wait and see. But is it good? Yes. Does it give them more of an audience than, let's say, they had with Spike? Possibly. Maybe not, but possibly. But it's definitely a huge increase. It's like if Pop TV decided to go Saturday morning cartoons, they took My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic from Hub or Discovery Family, said, okay, let's put them on Pop. You realize how many more people would be watching that? A lot. But still, overall, is this a good thing for TNA? On the outset, yes. But again, it's up to TNA and it's up to Pop altogether to try to get this going for Tuesday nights. But they're not the only ones. As you probably heard, and let me check here. Yeah, as you probably heard in the first video, ROH is going cosmic. And what that means is, as we know, next week or this upcoming Wednesday, is the last ROH broadcast on Destination America. Which is ironic because apparently it's a few weeks before Final Battle. But they're not entirely gone. See, they have signed, I'm not sure if it's a multi-year deal or not, they have signed some kind of a yearly deal with Comet with Comet Digital Television. What Comet is basically Comet is owned in is a joint venture of Sinclair, Tribune, you name it. Basically, you know those This TV or Me TV or these other ones that have been coming out like Movies, Decades, stuff like that, Escape. That is basically what Comet is. And Comet is going to be airing ROH Wrestling at midnight, 11 Central, on Wednesday nights. So in addition to getting it on Saturdays through Sinclair broadcast television networks, ROH will now be also part of the Comet lineup on Wednesday nights at midnight, 11 Central. Now, obviously Comet is all over the place. I don't know if it's going to be broadcast here on any of the other networks. I'm assuming in time it will be. Because the only ones we get here are Movies and Decades. I don't see it, and I think Escape, I'm not really sure, but it's Movies and Decade. That's all we get along with This TV and Me TV. So those are the only ones we get. Now if it does air on one of those on Wednesdays, I might check it out. But is this a good thing for them? Yeah, in a sense. It's, you know, is it going to give them a bigger audience and plus what they have at Sinclair? Possibly. But the time slot may be troubling. Yes, the time slot does guarantee one time slot on Wednesday night so that everybody can tune in and watch it. But not everybody has Comet television. They don't. Not everybody has Sinclair broadcast televisions. Now unless Decades or Movies is going to air it here in the Central Valley, nobody here in the Central Valley will be able to get it. They won't. The only way you'll be able to get it is through ROHWrestling.com. So still, even though it's a bigger audience than what they've got with Destination America, it's still not that big of an audience as they would need, but it is a decent deal. Will it expand? Will other Sinclair broadcasting joint networks here, even in the Central Valley, carry it soon, if not on that same night? We'll have to wait and see. But you know, is it a good change of pace for them? Does it provide them with a bigger audience like POP is going to provide with, you know, for TNA? Possibly, possibly. So we'll just have to wait and see what occurs. Hold on, folks. Sorry about that. I had to get my dog in. But we'll just have to, like I said, we'll just have to wait and see what occurs. But yes, ROH is going to go cosmic starting the first Wednesday in December. The first Wednesday in December. Now, again, is this a better deal? Does it provide a better audience for them? A bigger audience? Yes. Because a lot of people do get Comet, but not many. I know if I lived in the Bay Area, I'd get it. But again, it all depends on if it's going to be broadcast here somehow on one of the sister channels here in the Central Valley. But still, is it a good deal? Yes. Is it providing them with the audience that TNA is going to get? Probably not. But we'll just have to wait and see. But so far, for TNA and ROH, these are good signs that at least there's still an interest. You know, there's still an interest. There's still basically there's basically still an interest in the product. There's still an interest in competition. There's still an interest to give fans, a different, a different option than what they have primarily with WWE. So hopefully this will be exactly what both TNA and ROH need to be those options, to be those alternatives that fans want. Now what's ironic about this is POP also airs Paragon Pro Wrestling on Saturday mornings, and Jeff Jarrett had been in negotiations with POP to put GFW on there. Now will it hurt them? Will Jeff try to seek somebody else? I don't know. My guess is this: if Jeff Jarrett is able to, if POP decides to bring GFW on board as well, it'll be because they noticed that they might notice that there's some kind of rivalry between both GFW and TNA. They might look at what happened over the summer on Destination America, they might be shown the tapings, and hear maybe Bobby Roode and a few others talk about, oh well, I'm gonna take the global belt to TNA and da-da-da. They might see that little bit of a rivalry and go like, you know what? That could work. We could go back to back. We could put TNA, or we could put GFW, then we could put TNA, and then we could see what fans want to choose. They could do what Destination America did, but they could have a bigger audience because you'd have more fans, more wrestling fans tuning in to see exactly what's going on, to see GFW, to see TNA, and then probably see that little bit of a rivalry between both companies if it still exists. But yeah, it's kind of funny that GFW was, Jeff Jarrett was in negotiations with POP. The question is, will he still get a deal with them? It's hard to say. He might go to WGN America because that's one of the networks TNA was negotiating with. So we'll have to wait and see. But overall, it is true, as the title of both videos has said, TNA is about to pop, or TNA is about to pop, and ROH goes cosmic. So let me know what you guys think down below. Comment if you like. I'm out.